Hey guys, salut mes amis, och hallå gubbar. In my last video I talked about this post and why this might be the reason why shooting feels off. I now have reasons to believe that the issue is not so easy to fix, and I want to talk about why in this video. If you haven't watched that video already, I highly recommend that you do. For context, click the button on the top right. What I said in that video is also true for this video. Take this information with a grain of salt. There are things in here that might be wrong. Let's go into it right after Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is an automated service that lets you trade skins instantly for a fee. Sign up now and get up to $5 bonus. Simply add items from your inventory, then find skins that matches your current balance. Site offers live support 24/7. You can also top up your balance if you're missing a few dollars, and there's a lot of skins to choose from. Visit my link down below to get to Skins Monkey. So as we talked about in my previous video, when you click your mouse to fire, two things happen. Your shot gets registered, and we have a firing animation. In CSGO, if you click your mouse, your shot and the animation both get processed on the next tick. So if you aim at an enemy's head and click your mouse, the server waits for the next tick, and in this example, it sees that you missed. Now in CS2, if you click your mouse and your crosshair is still on the enemy's head, the subtick feature will make sure that you hit the enemy. This allows for millisecond level precision, something CSGO doesn't offer. But in CS2, as we talked about last video, there is a catch. The firing animation is still processed on the next tick, not in real time. This is rather counterintuitive because we rely on the firing animation to know if we hit the target. And although less noticeable on 128 tick because of double the ticks, it doesn't change the fact that both aren't happening at the same time. In CSGO, even though we have a delay because of both shot and animation being processed at the next tick, they at least appear at the same time, and that makes it so much easier to rely on the firing animation. So you might think, why not sync the animation with the sub-tick shot in CS2 then? Well, I'm starting to think that it's not so simple. Here's the thing. In CS2, the impact of your bullet and the server's version of that impact still appear on the next tick. Now, the point here isn't to look at where they are. That's another topic in itself. The point is, they appear on the next tick and at the same time. What this means is that even though subtick allows you to click and shoot between ticks, the server still waits for the next tick to process it. Basically, what happens is that, thanks to subtick, the exact time of your shot is time-stamped, but it won't be processed until the start of the next tick. So while subtick works, the reality is that the server is still working under the same rules of being tick-based, and it needs to wait for the next tick to validate and process everything, as you can see here. So now we're getting to the problem. At first glance, syncing the shot and animation seems like a good idea, but let's imagine a scenario where you and an enemy shoot at almost the same time. Both of your actions, yours and your enemies, are time-stamped and sent to the server to be processed during the next tick, because the server is still relying on a tick rate. Now, when the server processes these actions, it might decide that your enemy's shot was a millisecond faster than yours. So, because the firing animation is synced with your mouse click, you will still see yourself firing in-game, but according to the server's next tick, you're dead. And that would obviously be really confusing, even frustrating to experience. And the more I think about it, the more I believe Valve designed it this way so that the firing animation is not working on a subtick level on purpose. Because otherwise we would get this issue where you can fire someone and you would still die. Which one is worse? Ultimately, subtick is a double-edged sword. It offers incredible shot registration accuracy, but comes with complex dilemmas. The whole issue stems from the fact that we are tied to the rules of tick rate. I believe that if the system was somehow completely subtick based, that it would require a huge amount of processing and networking resources and all that stuff to handle it. It really isn't a realistic solution. In conclusion, Valve has made subtick something really accurate, but to align that with the animations is just not intuitive compared to CSGO. And this worries me a bit. Is there nothing we can do? Or is there still hope that there's a way to improve the experience? If you watched until the end, type watched in the comments so I know you have full context. I said this in my last video, it's just easier that way to discuss things with you. Peace.